Hello, it's me, the Gingerman, and you'll never believe where I am. Well, actually, I'm somewhere that I never knew existed. I have a friend called Stevie, and, well, I thought he lived in Musselburgh, so I thought, I'll go to Musselburgh. Turns out he doesn't live in Musselburgh, he lives in Inveresk. So today, I'm in Inveresk. If you've heard of it, great. If you haven't, keep watching and find out what this little unknown place has got in store for us today. So Inveresk, show me what you got. Peace.
I'll turn on the camera, test my microphone, I'm firing up the podcast, sound waves coming to your home. Gingerman with a cam is here to make your day. Gingerman with a cam, I'd like to hear you say today.
I've called on Stevie and we have exited his back door. This is Stevie right here. He doesn't know how shy he's going to be on camera, so we'll take it step by step with Stevie, but he's given me a booklet, right? An Inveresk village in history's footsteps. A walk around Inveresk, out his back garden and straight into the woods. Happy days, look at this, mate. This, I see Angus would love this. I'd be out here walking him every hour. This is lovely. Oh yeah, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Inveresk.
Louisville Park.
There we go. So this is Louisville Park. Who's Lewis? Oh wow. This is at the back of your house.
It's my garden.
This is your garden. Oh wow.
Biggest thistles you've ever seen.
Holy Jesus. So he just says they're the biggest thistles you've ever seen. In my head I'm thinking, nah, I've seen bigger. Nah, haven't I seen bigger? Look at that! Look at these! This is a wee dwarf thistle. Look how fat his head is. Oh wow. It feels almost like rubbery and fake. Have you touched it before? Get a touch of that.
Oh,
That
I was not expecting that at all.
He wasn't expecting that. Of all the things I didn't expect to see today were massive thistles that felt like rubbery sponges, but there you go, we've got them.
It's weird, eh?
Tickle, tickle, tickle. What is that? Oh aye. What have we got here? Look at these guys, they can watch out their window if folk are playing tennis. That's class. You can book a wee tennis court. Oh aye, just go online, book it. Bish bash bosh. It says it's Musselburgh Tennis Club, but for today's sake, this is Inveresk Tennis Club. Nah, I'm just vlogging about and just checking Inveresk. I do like a bit of tennis, but I'm not dressed for it. They offered me a game, but I'm not dressed for it. Look at this. There's a flying fox over there, I know. Got to be a tree swing in here, eh? This is top quality stuff. I'm gonna have a wee zoom round the bandstand and see what's to be seen. The bandstand opened when the park opened in 1910, 1911. Right, I've seen a lot of parks in my days, right, but I've never seen one of these before. What is this? Is this a hamster wheel? It's a hamster wheel! Oh, I've got to have a shot of this.
Warning, the following show features stunts performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, MTV and the producers must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any stunt or activity performed on this show.
My name's Gingerman, and this is Hamster Wheel. Whoa! Oh man, the Inveresk hamster wheel, or also known as the Gingerman killer. It's a garden.
With an aviary.
An aviary. I was looking like, nice garden, I'm impressed. And then he uttered the word surprise, so I'm thinking, where's the surprise? There's an aviary in the garden. Now, I'm going to take a second and visit lots of parks. One, they never had giant thistles. Two, they didn't have deaf hamster wheels. And three, they didn't have aviaries. And then what we got here, we got any blue tits? Any shags?
Yeah. Budgerigars.
Budgerigars? That's amazing. The people over the water are living in a different world to us in Fife. Look at this.
Musselburgh Conservation Design Award 1999.
There's a wee, look at this guy, he's got a mohawk. There's a sexy boy then. You're a sexy boy. I don't know what they are, blue budgeries, but they are cuddling, they're kissing, they're Netflix and chilling. I'm high on life in Inveresk here. Look at this. There's bugs everywhere, man. There's a sexy boy then. And just right here we've got a couple of perfect memorial benches, and what a fitting place to have a memorial bench. Like, just hear the birds whistling their tunes. Technically what Stevie's telling me is we're in Musselburgh right now, but
On the edge.
on the edge, but they were calling it all Inveresk because Musselburgh is very big and Inveresk deserves.
Don't know if there'll be any plaques or anything like that. Do you want to see it?
Nah. We'll head the way you want it. You've got planned. We'll go this way.
Unless
like-
you want a flying fox.
Nah, I've already had a deaf hamster wheel. This is actually one of the nicest, top qualityest, futuristic, modern parks I've seen anywhere. Inveresk is balling out, absolutely balling out.
We might die!
I'm mischievous. Like... What a time in the park. I've not even had time to read any of this. The park is absolutely jam-packed, and he says this end of the park, all the fancy futuristic park, is just opened not that long ago. So it's in peak condition. Inveresk is indeed a unique village. It's a place of special architectural and historical interest, which remarkably has remained relatively unchanged since the 17th century. The earliest substantial settlement dates back to the early Roman times, when the strategic nature of the site, with clear views in all directions, Fife, attracted the Celtic Votandi tribe as well as the Romans. There may have been a temple to Apollo on the site of St Michael's Church, and the remains of the heating systems of Roman baths are in the grounds of Inveresk House. Look out for Roman breach stones, diagonal lines in the walls. By the 16th and 17th century, history had made its mark on the village. 1547 marked the disastrous defeat by the English at the Pinkie Cleugh. Unbelievable. I am excited. So, as you see there in the reading, this is a strategical location, meaning that I think over time it's had relevance, which keeps wealth in an area, which keeps things preserved and it keeps it looking fantastic. And it turns out Inveresk has benefited from this, and we're benefiting today. I'm benefiting today, and Stevie benefits every day because it's his back garden.
So there used to be another park along here, but I think it was built on top of old mines or something.
Yeah.
So there started being subsidence in the park. So there was a park along there. There's like water holes, so the ground was sinking.
Yeah.
In this bit of ground here.
Amazing.
So they cancelled that park and
Yeah.
moved it along there.
Ah, so this has all been moved along. Right. Fantastic.
And now here,
We've got the sign for the cricket pitches, Park Lane.
Woodland play area.
Park Lane, that's Monopoly.
We've got tennis courts, aviary, bandstand.
Aye, they've not designed this sign very well location wise.
It's very dark.
Aye. We're slaloming to another section of the park. This is class. And there he goes. It's Stevie Schumacher through the final chicane and over the line. It's victory. Right, so we're just slaloming. I'm just slaloming my way through the park to another part. Stevie says we've not even hit the best bits yet. He's still running up. Oh, this is class. It's opening up here into a big, massive, open green. Hello. And there we are. I don't like cricket. No. I love it. I love it if I played here. Oh, the sun's blinding, so it's actually almost impossible to see much, but it just looks like a big green pasture, which is just so satisfying. Hello. Oh, hello.
Hi. And what's that? Give that camera, eh? It's like...
Hello. How old is she?
She's 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Oh, she's so cute.
16 weeks,
Oh.
16 weeks.
Hello. You're so cute too. Here we are, so we're coming up to the Cricket Palladium and it's got a clock on it, and I always respect a building with a clock, Stevie. You know one thing about me is I respect a building with a clock.
Oh.
It's lovely.
It's a big clock.
It is a big
It's
clock.
a big black clock.
Because I like to know the time. We were actually talking to some two friendly locals there. She was telling us about the manor house and she said it was built in 1740. We checked on the sheet and she was bingo, bang on right. Beautiful puppy, really friendly. And just add it. Look, we've got a look over here, look. You can actually see over Musselburgh from here. I'm falling in love with Inveresk. Right, so I think is this us leaving the park now?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're leaving the park,
Leaving
the cricket pitch, and we're heading through this bit with walls. I'm excited because I've almost dead bee, sad. I'm excited for this bit because I'm excited to learn. Yeah, I'm excited to learn about the buildings here and all this Roman history. I wish I had a metal detector.
You could get on too.
This.
This is class.
Tell you one thing, you can't have a rubbish garden in Inveresk, like you'd be showing yourself up. This place is amazing. He's getting me excited about turning this bend here. What we got? Oh wow! Holy moly! Look at the hedge. What is it?
That's an elephant.
That's an elephant. Wait, that's an elephant. That's a train. That's a train. That's an elephant. Oh, I see the trunk.
There's a cat.
Oh my god! There's a cat. There's a teddy bear.
There's an elephant.
Holy moly! Look at this.
It's like a mouse.
It's a mouse. Inveresk, the place that keeps on. You definitely can't have a shabby garden here. This is what happens when people try and outdo each other. The gardens just keep getting better and better. They've got a teddy bear in their hedge. I don't even know how this is possible. This is like a hidden treasure around here, by the way.
It's awesome, yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm the only person that doesn't know about it, but I'm even impressed by this lime green door.
There are hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah, man, you can tell the buildings. Ah,
So like 500, 600, 700 years old.
yeah. This is the lay house. Right, so he's got us out in main. Is this the main street?
Yeah,
Inveresk.
this is Inveresk.
I feel like I'm in a fairy tale here. It's got an orange house.
Shall we go and have a quick look here?
Yeah.
And everyone else is that.
Everyone else is that way. Yeah, let's go this way. This is a jackpot village.
What an amazing place.
Hey, look at this! This just doesn't even need a fence, it's just got a gate. You're balling out so much, all you have is a gate and no fence. Oh my god. You've never been to this bit? Wait, this is the nicest street in Inveresk. Hey, this is unreal. Look at this. This is like some origami hedges.
What a nice garden, eh?
And also, just to point out, Inveresk is like 10-15 minutes outside of Scotland's capital city, Edinburgh. But you have the feeling of being absolutely rural.
So that white house at the end,
Yeah.
that is the end of Inveresk. So that's Cowpits. There's a road called Cowpits that runs that way, and that's it. So that's the start of Inveresk running along. These are all £2, £3, £4 million houses. Every one of them's an individual property.
Aye.
So we'll not go past them. When we go up, we're going to go right. So we can get the drones in.
Oh, there's a river as well. We've got to add that this place doesn't just have history and building and architecture. It has its natural beauty with the river. You know, there's nothing more natural than the flowing river.
We're 8-9 minutes for the sea.
And we're 8-9 minutes from the sea. Says, and the river and the position close to the sea is your big clue as to why this place is very affluent, because it's all about location, location, location. This is a garden that you can visit, Shepherd House Garden, but it's shut because it's past 5 o'clock. I've come in the evening because it's really hot right now, and if I come out during the day, I risk getting sunburned because I'm ginger. Inveresk, Inveresk, the best place south of 5. Inveresk Lodge Garden.
Open at times 10 till 5 or dusk if earlier.
Or dusk if earlier. Is this almost dusk? Oh, and this is the lodge. Is this the White House?
This is Inveresk Lodge.
Oh,
on
just
the
Lodge.
sheet.
Inveresk Lodge, circa 1683. That's older than your gran. There's some evidence that there may have been religious buildings dating to pre-Reformation times on this site. The house was owned by the Wedderburn family for over 100 years. Two of the family fought with the Jacobites during the 45 rebellion, one being captured and executed in London, while the other, John, I think they've just called him John, escaped to Jamaica. To be fair, I'd rather be John escaping to Jamaica than being captured and executed in London, but hey ho. The start of the family's strong business connections with the Caribbean. John's son James bought the lodge in 1775 after his return from Jamaica. That's quite a good story actually. There he had fathered several children, what a player, by a slave girl called Rosanna. I don't know how I feel about that. Is this him coming out here now? One of whom, Robert Wedderburn, travelled to Scotland and Inveresk to find his father. Sorry, we got interrupted by one of the descendants of John there. Right, so he'd fathered several children by a slave girl called Rosanna. I mean, I'm not judging this guy, but listen, he's got a sort of shady past. That's all I'm saying. But a joyful reunion was not to be had. James Wedderburn refused to do anything for Robert and sent him away. In Robert's word, he called me a lazy fellow and said he would do nothing for me. From his cook, I had one small beer, and his footman gave me a bent sixpence. Robert went on to be one of the nation's anti-slavery activists. Unbelievable. That's incredible. Oh, these look incredible. Look at this. The history to the buildings and I guess the ownership of them over the times being sort of dotted around in the slave trade, which is not good. We don't like that, but we know it happened, and it happened around the world. And you know, we're glad that we don't live in times where, you know, you can just have slaves and have 7 kids to slaves. Holy moly! Look at this. Look at this. This is the big. Is this the big house? This is the big house. Jesus. I'm standing outside the manor house right now, and there is a real sense of importance here of, I mean, it's absolutely grandiose and over the top, but it's like, it's an architectural marvel. Look at this. We're at the manor house. Much has been done by the present owners to restore this iconic house to its original design. The designer was possibly Thomas Milne, Master Mason to Scottish Crown, and it was built for Archibald Shields, whose florid monogram and the date 1748 are carved in the pediment, and that's up there. That's pretty intense looking. Oh wow, you can really see it. The 1748. Holy moly, that's old. How is it in such good condition? And is that a pineapple?
An acorn, I think.
Acorn. Like many of the houses of in its period, it is only one room deep. It's one room. Nah, I'm not buying it's got one room. Wait. And exhibits many neoclassical features. Notice the original vases on the gate piers. Oh yeah, original. Oh yeah, look at the ones. Rusticated. Ah! Guard dog. A rusticated guard dog. No, rusticated. The dog doesn't understand what we're doing here. Okay. We'll move on. We'll come back to this.
See you later, mate.
See you later. As I was kind of talking about, obviously we're so close to Edinburgh, and Edinburgh through the Industrial Revolution had the Enlightened period, and this sort of place is like, I feel like this is part of where the Enlightenment would have happened. Your likes Adam Smith and your David Humes just coming out to Inveresk and hanging out with the rich elites of the Scottish aristocracy and just discussing the future and discussing life and philosophy. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Look at that. Early autumn sunshine. So is this all private estate? Oh look, they've got their own private estate with a gate. Imagine trying to play chappie on this. Buzz the gate and run, bing. Wow. Imagine living in a place that has a gate. A gate just to get into your garden. They've shut the gate. They've shut the gate. Because we're here. I can smell chlorine. Someone's got a swimming pool in there. Just a casual Jaguar parked on the side. All of a sudden I feel like a tink. It says, Riding of the Marches, Turf Cutting Station. The walls are so high, it tells you. I feel like this is what it would be like. This is the Hollywood of Edinburgh here. Hey, look at this, more gates. This is Gratinus Mews. And they've got a gate. And if we go up to that gate, what are the chances that that gate will close? Oh, I tripped up. There's almost something very ritual about this place. I'm not going to use the word cult-like, but ritualistic in the past. The earliest Christian church on this site was established in the 6th century by Saint Modwena. The early Christians dedicated it to St Michael. In the 11th century, the parish was granted by Malcolm Canmore to the monks of Dunfermline Abbey. I was going to say it's a Dunfermline name right there. And by the 13th century, St Michael's had become an important ecclesiastical centre. The date of the building of the first medieval church on this site is lost in history, but the church is illustrated in 1547 during the Battle of Pinkie. It's the building which still stood in 1805 when the present St Michael's was built. The graceful spire was soon added. Unbelievable. Look, some aerial footage as well. The views commanding the land and water approaches from St Michael's were important to the Votadina, as they were to the Romans who established a cavalry garrison fort here as the eastern outpost of the Antoine Wall in AD 142. Oh man, this place has seen it all. Through the Enlightenment era that we've seen walking down there, and the grand buildings, all the way up here to it being a strategical spot for the Romans. Let's see what the Romans seen. Because the buildings change, but the landscape, well, it does, but it takes a million years for it to change. Oh aye, oh aye. It's quite hazy, so you can't actually see across the Forth because the haze, but you can see, is that Arthur's Seat? Yes. You can see a silhouette of Arthur's Seat. Wow, imagine being buried here. You can see right over Musselburgh, over to Fife. This long grassy mound is all that remains of a 16th century artillery fortification built in the aftermath of the Rough Wooing. The Rough Wooing? War. Oh, it's got, oh, sorry, it's got a little bit of, let me fix that there. See if I can scratch away the mud so you can see the R better. Scottish artillery was located here to control access to the old bridge to the left in front of you in defence against the English invasion of 1547. So this is actually quite similar to Blackness and how Cromwell and his men were attacking and taking over strategic locations again throughout this side of the Forth, heading towards Fife and north. Because once you take Fife, you know, that's the entrance then into the Highlands as you go forward through past Fife.
The oldest in Scotland.
So we've had the drone up, that's us just got our drones up, and that was incredible. What a flying session. The views of Arthur's Seat looking west, obviously this incredibly beautiful church. It's got AD 1805 on it, but we know the story of this plot of land. It goes and runs deeper, all the way back to 240 AD with the old Romans kicking about. So this is an absolute hotspot. If you're in the area, check it out. The Inveresk. The Inveresk right here.
This is the
Riverside houses.
This is actually the edge of Inveresk, is this wall.
Yeah.
Basically.
We're on the edge of Inveresk. I'm going to put it out there, right, but Inveresk is like a Gingerman playground with all the things that are here. It's the history, the nature, the architecture, it has it all. It has it all. And what's the community spirit like?
Good.
Good community, of course it's got to have good community spirit.
Neighbourhood watches.
You need a neighbourhood watch. I'm not involved in any neighbourhood watches, so if any neighbourhoods want to get me involved, just contact Gingerman at the details below. Thank you. Oh, whilst I've got you here, I need to do a shout out to my patron legends before I forget. You guys are my heroes. I'm legends, and I love yous. I love that guy too, but I love yous more. If you want to join the patrons, link at the bottom. Peace.
Wow. That's a big garden.
It's huge.
And I think it goes all the way to the bottom of the
All the way
waterfall.
down to the river. There we go. The setting sky, the setting sun on a night, a beautiful night in Inveresk, might I add. What's this way? Amazing. Look at this. I think the setting sun's the perfect way. The perfect way to end this incredible day, I know. Look at this. Look at this sunset. And we've got a little bit of gold coming through. Wow.
That's just so perfect.
And look, it's sunset over giant thistle.
They just couldn't have timed it any better, I don't
Couldn't
think.
have. I think it was better coming later. That's why the traffic was so bad. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. And I've done a lot of walking. I've learned so much about Inveresk. My mind's been blowing. This place is incredible. Big thanks to Big Stevie down there for inviting me along today. What an amazing tour guide. He even gave me this. Can I keep this?
Of course.
This is going in my memory bank. I've had a great day. So, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye, peace and love, and thanks for having me, Inveresk.
Well, it was a lovely to see you. It's the end of the show. Bring on tomorrow. Where shall we go? Where shall we go?